Alright guys, and we are back here in Call of Cthulhu after a successful Halloween special. Got a lot of positive feedback.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Some of you indeed admitted, as I also said and knew, that you guys are not really into detective-like games, but to some of you, this game actually did look promising, and you thought it was cool and you wanted to see more, so we'll definitely do another episode here. I'll make sure that it's a pretty long one, and if you want to see even more, please let me know in the comments down below, because view-wise, it's of course not doing as well as some other series like Arma, but again, if you guys want to see more, we'll continue this series. Anyway, we are here, of course, after losing the... Oh.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Oh, what do we have here? This seems... Hold on. This seems like a main puzzle.
Doesn't work. I must admit, seems like this came from a log.
Let's see. 24th May, 1847. Darkwater. We sail north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday the 30th. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without a trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Look, this was a long time ago. Almost, like 100 years ago. So, this is going on for a long while. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. 4th of June. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This is about the miraculous catch. So what they left out in the paper was that a lot of tragedy and dark, mysterious stuff comes there. So maybe the mysterious catch or this whale has something to do with the curse or something that happens to this town. Let's see. And then they arrive at Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. Wait, what? Empty holds?
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
What do we got here? I found what must be her last work. Unfinished. Support represents me. Oh, it was me after all. Yeah, how is this possible? An intruder took off with the painting.
It looks like an old seaway map.
Uh-huh.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
What do we got here? Nothing worth of value. Oh, I bet you this
looks
map
like the navigational paths
has to do with that
described in the
puzzle.
log.
We'll solve that in a little bit. Can I talk to you? I can. We'll do that in a bit. Oh, we got oil refilled, so... Alright.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Indeed. They seem close. One of you actually said in the comments in the first one that they wish that this game was multiplayer. And I was actually thinking, are there any detective multiplayer games? But I couldn't really find one.
I wonder who
which
the
is a
man
shame.
with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
This is supposed to be a map? Are you kidding me? This looks like someone had a seizure and drew.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Mm-hmm. So how does this work? Validate. Okay, well, here's the thing, right? So...
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Oh, yeah, see? That's what I said.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
33 north, 53 west. But all of them have numbers. The Scylla is the red one. So that's that one. Right? Yeah. So it's like here?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Force? Oh.
With this, I should be able to force the gears.
I guess we don't need the puzzle after all. Lol.
Well done, Pierce.
That's actually kind of interesting how you have multiple ways of solving puzzles. The game has been getting mixed reviews, I saw on Steam. Again, I realize that detective games are not for everyone. Oh, chapter 4. Tunnels under the Hawkins mansion. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley entered the tunnel under the mansion. So there were three ways I could have discovered that. I could have either solved the puzzle. If my strength was high enough, I could have forced the gear, or if I had indeed found the crowbar earlier, I could have used the crowbar. So that's kind of cool. And maybe, but I don't know if that's the case, maybe Officer Bradley would have something to say.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
Indeed!
That guy must have
You and me
gone
are on the same line.
far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel.
Hold on.
Someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
Ugh, this again.
A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
It has Cthulhu's mouth. This is the only part I'm not necessarily a big fan of. This, like, recurring. Purely because, rather than doing detective work myself, I just hit buttons and the game kind of does it for me, right? Like, I want to solve the case, and instead I'm like here, and then, boom.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
Right, so I'm not really doing any detective work here. But look at that. These, These are the priests, or cultists we saw earlier in our dreams.
Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. What is this mask supposed to represent?
Sacrifice? A priest? I don't know. I love how he doesn't say anything about the dead flower or whatever that is. Okay, what do we got here? Find a thief's trail. Oh, here we go. What is this?
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress.
Ah.
Was Sara Hawkins here?
Underground, okay. I think that the game is actually bright enough to where you don't necessarily need the lantern.
This symbol. What does it mean?
7 points available. I haven't really used this a lot. The strength one, I don't necessarily. Well, I did work out today. Just before playing this. Ah, my psychology is so low. We'll do strength now and then psychology afterward. Probably like, you know, we'll roleplay that. We've been here now a couple of days, or not days, but like hours, and so we kind of come to understand how they think. So we'll level this up now, level 4. There you go. And then we'll put one here. There we go. No. I want to validate. Yes. There we go. Whoa, watch your step here, Bradley. Well, down we go. I think it actually goes down a long while, but then it hits water, it would seem. We probably need to go through there, but let's just check here.
Pierce, where you going? I can't keep up with you in this darkness.
Hold on.
Are you scared? I want to see how far these steps go.
Exactly.
Who's talking about being scared? I'll wait for you by the door.
Yeah. Wow. Pierce was exactly like-minded to me. I like this guy already. Okay, so it goes to here. Oh. Well, that looks like a dead... Oh, no, wait. No. Look, what is this? I didn't actually check the door. The door at Bradley might have also been like closed or like blocked. We need a key. Find a thief's trail. Go to the main cave. Very interesting that we stumbled upon the secondary objective here. What is that?
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Oh, what we got here?
Sad way to go.
He was crushed.
An old diary.
The pastor's wife. In this volume, there's mention of the beliefs of the lost tribe. They worshipped an entity that spoke to them in their sleep. The whole tribe seemingly disappeared in a mass sacrifice. Just a moment. Yeah, okay.
Sad way to go.
What do we got here? Some cave paintings.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
What do we got here? Tribe of men, worshippers of the sea and its benefits, landed on the shores of an island surrounded by dark waters. They were discovered by the creatures some call the devourer of whales. For years, the creature hunted them down into their dreams until their weakened minds surrendered. Following the creature's orders, they sunk into the dark waters surrounding the island and never came back. Huh. Here we got this. It's drawn on sheets of paper hidden in a safe. It's hidden in a tunnel under the mansion. The symbol was repeated on the paper. Its form becomes more distinct with each attempt. I do not know what Charles Hawkins tried to represent with this symbol, but one thing is sure, it was important in his eyes. We're getting clues together here. I gained a character point for that. Who is that?
There you are again.
Well done, Pierce. And it looks like you found our fugitive. This door is securely shut. I'll look for another passage.
It's an underground cave. We can advance this side.
Yeah, I can see that. Please excuse me, but given your condition, I'll stick to my idea.
Can I not just open the door from this
I'm not
side?
cut out for this kind of acrobatics.
All right. Look for another entrance. I'll try to catch up with our man.
No, okay. So that would have happened if I tried anyway. It's fine. Okay, so. Oh, that's the oil down there. I hope it doesn't change into, like, caves only. That's the thing with the original Call of Cthulhu game, is that started out so good, and I loved, like, literally the first 3 to 4 hours, I think, of that game are amazing. Amazing. It's rough around the edges, and you can see again that they don't have a budget, but it's amazing. And then it turns into
Time has
quite
weakened these structures.
a garbage pile. Oh, you're talking about the bridge? Don't worry. Before we follow our man, as he called him, check this out.
This oil again. What is it used for?
The Devourer of Whales is a pretty cool name, though, by the way. It's pretty spooky if you face something that eats whales for lunch.
What's going on here?
Pierce!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Calling in help would be the smarter thing to do, but okay. Is this... Are we stealthing this? What is happening here? Oh, crap. Well, that's my painting and some very creepy sculptures here. Lovecraft was pretty brilliant.
A table for sacrifice?
But they sacrificed fish or whales or sharks or whatever. And there's me. Uh-oh. That wasn't there before. Was there? The gift of horror.
I gotta...
Oh, this is a dream.
I can't breathe. What?
But some suspicious incomes will make you panic. Flee the place as fast as you can.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Okay. Other way then. So, Does it not work?
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Okay. I'm trying to, buddy. Oh, here.
Is it my turn?
Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Some audio cutting. Okay. Explore the caves. I assume, like, I don't think this is like a combat game, but
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
There's blood here. But I assume that if I, like, get spotted, it will, it will make me game over. I don't know. Ooh, we got a book here. Lore.
I can't
Lore.
read Latin.
Oh. I did study Latin for, like, a semester. Oh, the lighter has the Lost Battalion. Wow, he was part of the Lost Battalion? That's pretty cool. Now I understand his racist remark earlier. Yeah, I figured we need to go here. Oh, now this does not help at all. This is indeed the doom. This is where I get the bolt cutters, right? Maybe not. What is all this? Maybe no bolt cutters necessary. Nope. Uh-oh.
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal name.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna. I feel him.
You are gifted indeed, not another word. Let him pass through every part of you.
What the hell?
You who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth. Bring me more sacred flesh.
The hell's this?
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
I don't know where to go.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
Oh!
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Yeah, just stay turned around, okay? Whew. Man, there are many of those.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
He's the guy that dies in the dream.
Oh, shit. Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate.
Bradley, get back! Get back!
You asked for it!
Uh-oh. Cthulhu does not like that.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Yep, he's dead. Okay, what do we do? 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 We run. Run is what we do.
They're caving in. I need to get out of here.
It's like the ending of the first game. Oh, Jesus. Where am I? Did I not make it?
My leg!
Well, looks like we're kind of okay. There's blood here. What is this? A fish? No. Oh, it's a dead cultist. Oh, God. Oh my God, by doing that, they destroyed a lot of their own people. Cthulhu is heartless.
Light! At last.
What? Riverside Institute. Pierce and Officer Bradley follow the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witness a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest them, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute, he is in critical state. Okay, so we're getting a setting change. So Charles Hawkins is very much alive. Now his grave was desecrated, so someone knows there's something going on here. Might it be Cat? I don't know. I have a lot of questions. Also, this is a very long loading screen that we're having right now. So yeah, so I am happy though that we are getting a set change, because I was very afraid that most of this game now would be in this cave, and then of course caves get kind of monotone when it comes to the setting. And personally, I do love a more, you know, urban, suburban environment where you go talk and you go investigate, rather than, you know, these you know, weird stealth sections. There wasn't much stealth, though I assumed that I would have died or gotten game over if I would have gotten into their field of view during that ritual. Everything's very green, though, in this game. I'm not doing very well.
having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
Dr. Fuller. Oh, Jesus. There you go.
He's opening his eyes.
Saved him for. I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce.
Wait,
Can
you're
certainly
okay?
Say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Are they keep injecting me with this shit. That's not what this game has become.
What happened to me? Where am I?
In the Institute.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You've got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
There's no way that's open.
This foul gas again.
Are they part of the same cult? Is this like the Wicker Man? Is the whole town in on it? No, no, no. Wait, do I want to wait? I don't know. I guess I do. Wait, what? Why am I now here? Is this a dream? This must be a dream, right? I'm limping.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They swindled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
Leviathan.
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Do they think I'm the one that will set him free? Am I holy in there? Well, one of them tried to kill me, so that cannot be it.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time.
Who are you?
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
I am standing.
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me So full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Upstairs, got it.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Alright, looks like we got some... I obtained my lighter and lamp. This dude has some issues. You cannot escape.
Sara.
Oh, she was part they knew.
Am I in an asylum?
Yeah, good, yeah. Good thing, Sherlock.
What did he write about the painting?
The paintings are cursed. Was she anti? Did they hate her? He sees me. Everything. Burn.
This is no medicine. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over?
It's the Cthulhu eye. The Cthulhu sign. Not entirely sure. Is there a secret? Ah, look, look, look.
Sara Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Oh, it was someone she was familiar with. A family member, perhaps? Yeah, I assume all these are locked. Someone's in there, though.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Oh, Jesus. Cannot help you there, buddy.
Poor wretch.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
When enemies suspect your presence, a white marker appears.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
Okay, created a version. So now the stealth game actually securely comes here. Well, let's first see what we have here. Danger, high voltage. That might not be the smartest idea.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? Have I activated anything?
I don't know if he's coming over here or not.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? I can still increase the load.
I see. That one is up there. We have these lines over here.
Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Well, we got a patrolling guard.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
I can hide here. Okay, yeah. It's fine. It's your standard, like, horror stealth thing.
Sara Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Oh. Okay. At her first attempt.
Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds?
Hmm. At least we know a place to hide if he catches us. Yeah, you just stay over there, buddy.
It's done. Now for the others.
It's the green cable. The red cable's where he is. Ha. Oh. It looks clear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
No, not 6. 4, 5. Just a few days to go. Yeah, that's it. 4 days at most. No more.
I can hide here if he comes. Okay, so that is his pattern. He goes in a circle. So that guy stays there, which is gonna be an issue.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me.
If I walk, I do not stop. Don't let me sleep here. He does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call. He calls me.
You. Yeah, you there.
Stop, I catch him.
I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses. I can help you. Help me, and I'll owe you one.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
Is it the noise that disturbs you?
No, it's the nightmares. We all have them here. That's what wakes us up. And afterwards, there's no way to get back to sleep.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
Well, I don't know if that is also a diversion that will work. Here's the main issue, right? So, that's the guard. And the red cable goes into that room. Now, I'm not entirely sure where the storage is. This is back at the beginning.
Locked.
Great.
Exactly what I need.
Shit. Well, we now know what room it is in. But so it's locked, and it also has a patrolman there. Now, it seemed to me like it was quite easy to escape. So that's good to know. Though he did see me from pretty far. Like, if you are standing, they can spot you fairly easily. So, okay. That's the exit. Does that say administration? Well, that's just a key he was talking about. Right? So that's not storage. Bingo. You better hurry because he's coming.
Perfect.
We got hidden stuff.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Hold on. Let me see if we are alone here. There's a hallway there. There's light. Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, he's in here. Okay. That's the only thing he checks. Sleeping pills, sleeping pills, sleeping pills. Uh-oh. No, I don't... He's going back again. I don't have a lot of time here. I might actually be able to use the lighter when he's gone. Maybe that's a different part of the storage room that he's in. Oh, Jesus.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills?
Damn it. It's not here. I didn't find the secret thing.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs.
Well. Small bottle. Here we go.
My new friend's sleeping pills.
Can I go out here? Oh. Well. Oh, Jesus. And that's that panic attack bullshit. We'll have to wait for him to come over here. So what is the secret here? Look, there's a secret here. And I want to know what it is. Where it is. Bingo.
Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
Haha. And now with that, we can leave. There's the kitchen area. I don't know if that holds something. Hello? Oh. We'll leave that alone. Ah. Another secret. Let's see. This heavy tome, the first in a series of 3 volumes, is the bedside book of every experienced practitioner. It contains all the recent advances in modern medicine. It is frequently found in the library of major medical universities. It's surprising to discover a copy in such an isolated place. Okay, so medicine, the progression, another one. I don't know how many wheels I need, or it could also mean that you only need 1 wheel, but you could have actually obtained it in different places. Which again is pretty cool. I also just realized that this is the green look. We have 1, so we still need to follow the green one. This is yellow. No, I don't know what the hell this is. We'll give our man his sleeping pills, and then he'll get rid of that guard. Oh, I skipped you. Hi there.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
Keep? What the hell?
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help! Help!
Nonsense again.
Nurse!
You keep him occupied. What the hell is this?
Carnage.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, he can see me? Oh, my good God. Well, this game at least doesn't shy away from the gore, that's for sure. So where's the switch? Here it is. Oh, there's another door.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Correct. The green one, I think. Oh. Now the question is he still there? Oh, he just left. Oh, Jesus. We're in the fucking kitchen now. Someone will come. Oh, Jesus. I'll tell you, that is some forgiving stealth system right there. Ah, crap. Oh, but the key is here. Grab it. Key to guards room, key to maintenance room. Guards room? Why would I need the guards room? It came from here, right? Yeah. Oh, Oh, that's a guy. So hold on. So I got a key to the guard's room. I'm not entirely sure where that is. It might be around there. Now, you would think the cable we need to follow goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here. Oh, it goes up, over. I see. This might be a problem. Goes in here, okay. Which is the guard's room, I guess. Or maintenance. That the other one was the guard's room. That could also be the case. I don't know. Ooh. Look at that. It's like Deus Ex. Different ways of escaping. Oh, no, it's just to hide. No, you can't move. Jesus, but... Relax, dude. Nothing's coming for you here.
All the levers are activated. That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it. What's going on? Is there somebody?
Dude. You guys just stay there. I don't know, can I level up again? 4. Hell yeah. Oh, thought that guy walking there was a guard. Oh, Jesus. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, you just... What in God's name?
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Okay, so that's not high enough.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sara. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sara Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sara Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sara Hawkins' visitor. The Chandler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Uh-oh.
No!
Sanders! What the hell? I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
What did they do to him? That's the bigger question. We are fully tripping balls now. I don't know if this is longer a detective game. Whoa! That scared the shit out of me. Fucking first jump scare that worked on me in the game is gas.
Damn! The gas!
Oh, did I die?
Oh.
No.
My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Oh, Chapter 6, Hawkins Mansion. Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sara Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accused building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. The Eye of Cthulhu. They pronounce it as Cthulhu, but I think Cthulhu sounds cooler.
There? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
No you don't. Alright, so I took a quick break, and we of course just woke up. It is lovely weather out there, it would seem. And, well, my character just said he needs a drink. We're not going to. No. Every time we took a sip, it changes our destiny, and, we are going to be sobering up. More drink is the last we need, especially if we start to question things in reality. Let's see what Bradley has to offer. And his new friend.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw him die. Oh. That is apparently not high enough. Oh my god, I can't even do that.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't very...
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Well, let's see. Hold on.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Okay, he is very much not alarmed by the fact that he cannot remember something like that.
I found a file bearing Sara Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sara Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sara Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sara Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sara Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
All right.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Let's stay prudent for now.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Ooh, this will affect our destiny.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sara Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
So I hope this doesn't actually go to where Dr. Fuller is like the main bad guy and it's already kind of like things. So Rains is a master in Riverside Institute in its cellars in which he carries out illegal experiments as patients. Because then, you know, it's World War I and it's like, oh, it's the Dr. Fuller, so he's already the bad guy there and our main character has a reason to hate him. It's kind of cheap. It's kind of bad writing if that is the case. It was funny too. I know that The Sinking City is coming next year, and it's actually, I was wrong, I think, about that this is the team that did the Sherlock Holmes Devil's Daughter, or whatever it's called, daughter game, because that was still Frogware, and so they are doing The Sinking City, and that looks very promising as well. Maybe even more promising than this one, I don't know. This one is now going a little bit of an increased pace to where it's not necessarily detective work anymore, but we'll see. Maybe it will be now. So, Chapter 6. Pierce, Colton, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sara Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow, Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler, the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. So, this looks like they have a lot of like museum or antiques or pieces like that. And I don't know if it, for example, now turns into this main stealth game where whenever I go from location to location, I have to be stealthy or I can't really be seen, which I don't really like. Things like Deadly Premonition and stuff have that too, where sure, you go from murder to murder, but in the meantime, you go through the town, you speak to people, and, you know, it's still detective work.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sara Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Wow, look at that. She lives in luxury.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well. Look who's here.
Hello, cat.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Ooh, some of those paintings are creepy. Might be Sarah's.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sara Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sara Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Okay,
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Okay.
Did your husband talk to you about Sara Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery.
Ooh.
No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sara Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Alright. Well, that's good. Let's snoop around a little bit. We got a lot of stuff here. Do we have also point? How many points do I have in total? 3. Yeah, there's nothing. We need at least 2 more, and I think I already accidentally put 1 point in this. My medicine's still only level 1. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I see. Just 1, yeah, okay. Ooh. That might be a puzzle. I don't know. Ha!
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives,
Oh, we're gonna do a reconstruction here. Interesting.
Francis Sanders and Sara Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Hmm.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sara Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? A house of artists.
Hold on. There we go. This is it, huh?
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Ooh, okay.
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. She despises Sara Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Maybe it's something of her in her own house.
Ah!
What?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Tome 2. This is the second volume in the series. Covers everything from gas gangrene to... Yep. Bingo! There you go. Now you're level 2, I hope. No, we're still not. What the fuck? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. The hell? Wait a minute. I saw that. There was blood on that painting. That's a really creepy representation of the wife.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Okay, well the photograph's right there. I hope you won't mind.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Okay.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sara.
Yeah, see, that's the point. If he gouges out his own eyes, that's all he will see. Because the visions will be created by its own mind. Hold on. What are all these things? This is the entrance, yeah. I still saw you bleed. I won't let you forget. Oh. Yeah, I should probably talk to her first, huh? Oh. Ooh. dissertation on the anatomical questions. Work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. That will hopefully level me up. It did.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Oh, bingo. Got some pills.
I could use one of those.
Were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or to Irene? The Whale and the Cod. Brief history, Darkwater. I don't know what that will do good for me. Nothing really.
Strange. For months, Sara Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Let's see. Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of the guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler, your friend Sara Hawkins. So she knew that this would be his demise. She must have had that burden herself, too.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wigwood's community. His wife expresses their worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Ooh. Oh, strength? I don't know.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sara Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Bingo. Oh, what is this? Would you read the book? What kind of question is that? This will affect my destiny. It is a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. What? Okay. Huh. Ooh, this is the gallery, alright. Hold on. Probably the other door was nothing, but I just want to check. Those are skulls right there. This room right here. Yeah, okay. Well, now we know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Alright, what we got? Game saved. Oh, and this is gonna be a sneaky thing again. Might not be now, but we'll probably find something and then we'll come back later and then we have to steal it.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Woo, look at that mask. That is terrifying. It's like a sphinx, but then with like a skull head. Yep, that's another Cthulhu kid. What I didn't know, actually, is that I knew, of course, that Cthulhu was Lovecraftian lore, and that, you know, he plays a part in some of his books, because, of course, there are multiple gods in the stories that he tells, but is that the Call of Cthulhu is actually based on, like, a pen and paper game, which is very interesting. It would be cool to actually...
A man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yeah. It would be interesting to actually play that and then make a story or a narration about it. The bear kills the other bear. That is terrifying. Really well done art design on this game. God damn. That's the painting right there. Some of these could be made by Giger or Geiger. Not entirely sure. How do you pronounce his name? Whoa! Who is that? These people are not okay. There's like things coming out of their mouths. They have horns and tentacles. Ancient stones and tablets. There's a scarab. That's one of those daggers I saw down there. Oh, oil. Good. Is that all he says? Hmm. Whoa, look at this giant face. It's actually the mask we saw earlier, I think. Alright, let's check out this painting. Oh, it's that in smaller scale. That's fine. This is the duck, yeah. Okay. Well, to be honest, I expected a little bit more of a terrifying thing. I can't really make out what it is. Oh dear God. Oh, and now we have to sneak. Okay. Well, it does not have eyes. So that's the thing.
What the hell was that?
Hold on. We need to go. So, I can level up, actually. But only psychology. I think I want to have investigation up top. Spot hidden is also well. Goddamn. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, it saw me, alright. Yeah, hi there. Okay, that's my first death in the game. Skibbity skip.
What the hell was that?
What the fuck?
I can't even touch it.
What do I do? I am confused. Come here. Oh god.
No way out.
Oh, the dagger.
I must get rid of it.
The dagger. I get it. The dagger we saw earlier. I'm not a big fan of these stealth sections.
What the hell was that?
Where you can't fight and it becomes a trial and error bullshit thing. Does he see me? Oh, he does. Hold on.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Die, bitch! Die! What do I do? Or, maybe with the dagger, I strike the painting.
What the hell was that?
So this is exactly what I'm talking about.
That maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh god. Cut the painting.
Damn it. This dagger didn't... That thing... Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to?
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Okay, okay, Jesus!
I could try tearing the painting with this.
Oh god! I don't think this is the right one either. It's more... Yeah.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
I know. No. No. It's this one. It's this one. Grab it. It's not that one, apparently. Oh, no, it... Okay.
What the hell was that? Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to...
It has 2 blades. It might actually...
Maybe
no.
I can use this dagger.
It's also not this one. God damn it. No.
Damn it. This dagger didn't work. This dagger looks different.
There we go. That was pretty bad.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
What?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
Yeah,
It
about
saved
that.
my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
All right. Chapter 7. The nameless bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sara Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, I wouldn't call it a hard fight, it's just trial and error, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decided to pay the library a visit. Well, well, well. We're back to the green,
Where's the
coloring.
bookseller? Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to his voice in his head because it told the truth. There's bound to be medical things here too. Ah.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Hey, they were doing chess. Aha. Darkwater history. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because, up until then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. I guess I could have used the oil. I mean, it's bright enough with how it is, but whatever. Another Darkwater history. Volume 2. A Parisian colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Why do all of these people have, like, skeletons in their stores? Ah, medicine, bingo. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Yeah, it'll probably be a lot before I reach level 3.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are all the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. More occult. We need all that occult knowledge we can get. It's a dead end here. Would I read the book? Fine.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Here! That's the creature. Right there. And then here, I don't know what that is. Collection of catalogs classified creatures that I've never heard of. But you've seen this one, dude? Handbook of Anatomy. Okay. As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders.
What happened here?
There's a hidden object I can find first of all. I guess we'll reconstruct first.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
You need medicine for that, huh? Nothing over here with a strange book. Ooh, a lot of stuff here.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
It's what we saw in the cell.
What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
Oh my god. I hate it when I know better than the main character what's happening.
What sort of power did Sara Hawkins' painting possess? Sara Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sara Hawkins case.
The crowbar might be the secret thing. It's right there. No? Okay, no, it actually might not be very hidden if they actually mention it in the reconstruction site. There it is.
What a strange amulet.
The hell?
I have a feeling I better not touch it.
Well, we got that. More, at least thing can be said about this book is that the title is well conceived. Illustrations of How many points did we get into medicine? We need 3 more.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
What we got here? This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from the last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips off to Cairo, or Cairo, whatever. In Dutch, it's Cairo. Anyway, it remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. That might be what's inside.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Ooh. Okay, if somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she's still in this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity of sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. This content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will be act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be here to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. That was a bit much to take in. So hold on. So these are basically... Okay. Combinations there. Okay. So they can be found where Greek meet.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Now we have a lot of new things to do. So, a collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by famous part of the Arkham. So that's not it. Oh, look at that. So now what we need to find is the Greek Okay, hold on.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Legendary King Solomon. Volumes part of the Arkham anthology.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Well, this is definitely not it.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Nostradamus, huh? Very interesting.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
No.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Poems?
How many volumes are there in this collection?
He said medicine in Greek, right? So hold on. We need to recheck. Oops. Here. So, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason. Disorder is the delight of imagination. But reason usually prevails at the end, meaning we should go with the correct thing. So, hold on. Oh.
Things are not looking good.
So the only thing that now changed... Oh, no, wait.
A kind of chalice.
I can interact with, like, all of these, like, new items all of a sudden. Again, most notably... those books, right? And so it says... study Living. Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Aha! But these are only 2. These are only 2. Does he have one of those, like, sound things? Oh, that's just... There he is. Well, let's do 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So that he's talking about the goblet.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows.
So that's
we shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So he's talking about the number of white pieces on the board. Here he's talking about the ruby, of which is only 1.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
I don't know if that's actually so much on the nose that that's 9, but let's see. So he's talking about the red. Oh, no, wait.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
There's... Okay, hold on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4... Is it 5 or 4? Hold on. We're going to use this as our thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're back. So 5. So it's 5, and then here...
The Queen has little protection.
That either depends if they mean all the white pieces and the Queen, but if not, the number is 3. So 5, 3, 9. Let's check if that works. Oops. How does this work? 5, 3, 9. Da-da-da! He is watching. Riverside Institute. Again, in a nameless bookstore, Pierce traced a trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sara Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh, maybe we're now as Francis. But we're back here, meaning we probably need to avoid guards again, which is the weakest part of the game. Again, I'm a little bit disappointed that it has turned into this thing where I'm always on my own, you know, searching in these dark places for clues and not really interacting or walking through town, you know, interviewing people, going out there to explore. You know, previous Sherlock Holmes games do that really well, where sure, the story in itself is still linear, but you get into these open sections where you can move around. You know, it's during daytime, there are people out on the streets. It's really like has a good vibe and a good mood to it, and this doesn't really. Even with the original Call of Cthulhu, sure, you're still doing your, you know, your exploration and you're investigating in this dark town. But people are walking around, you know, the place feels more alive than this. Ooh, it's very bright.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Great.
Very well. I'll examine him.